So we have weekly SMT. Now, like I said, we don't just immediately sell. We can go to the 1 hour time frame. And when we're on the 1 hour time frame, right, you can see that I'll just try to show you the trading. As you can see here, this is Monday, right? Monday we took out that week's high and then we did sell off, right? So you could have catch a trade when price did that and you'd have caught a nice sell for a day trade before price eventually consolidated, and the next day it came back and took out the high of Monday. Okay, so notice what we do on Tuesday. We take out Monday, right? Look over here. This is the high of Monday over here, right? Here we don't take it out. Let me draw that so that you can see it clearly. So over here, we come here and we take out that liquidity over there. Monday's high, right? We take out Monday's high right there, right? But Monday's high is not taken out in NASDAQ. Can you see that? So when you have something like this, you have the higher time frame SMT on the previous week, and over here you also have SMT between days. This is a lower time frame SMT. This can be your trigger tool or your confirmation that price really wants to go down. You understand? So right here, when you have this, right, you can simply wait for a break of structure. As you can see, price does what? It breaks this low right here. Can you see that? When price breaks this low, you can simply take a fib from the high to the low right here. And when price gets back above the 50%, you can sell anywhere there, right? And you can put your stop loss above the high. This is a trade that you can take for the week and hold it for like maybe 2 days or so. Or if you're a person that really just wants to take your profit quickly, you can, as soon as you get the desired profit that you would like. So as you can see, let me just take this away so that it doesn't distract you. That would be the entry right here when price trades back here. And as you can see, look how much price moved. A lot. And pay attention to the time frames. I said weekly SMT. So if you can have a situation where you have weekly SMT and now on this 1 hour time frame, daily SMT, right? You will have a very explosive trade because it's a higher time frame SMT. It's not a low time frame SMT where we see SMT between sessions. This is SMT between the weeks, this week and the previous week. Again, let me explain it again. We have the previous week's high right here. It gets taken in this area right here. Here we don't take out the previous week's high, right? We keep it intact. So simply wait for a break of structure once you have those two, and wait for a retracement back and you can sell. Now, sometimes it will form a fair value gap. Sometimes it won't form a fair value gap. This is why it's important to know the other support and resistances that we use. Over here, as you can see, this highs right here, we take them out right here, there, and then we break down. So this would make this candle a breaker, right? If you don't know what a breaker is, there's many YouTube videos that discuss what a breaker is. I don't think I need to teach what that is. There are many videos that cover what a breaker is. So we take this high right here. We took out the high and break down, making this candle a breaker. Go search what a breaker is. It's not anything complicated. You will find it on the internet. But what is important is the SMTs that I'm showing you right here. Let me just mark that as SMT. That SMT. So, what is the key takeaway from this video? The key takeaway is this. There is weekly SMT and there's also daily SMT. Now, when we are looking at SMT on a weekly basis, we are only looking at the previous week's high or the previous week's low. And in this example, we're referring to the previous week's highs. These highs get taken on the previous week right here, but here the previous week high right here was not taken. When we talk about daily SMT, we are only talking about the previous day's high. Okay, so if I'm on a Tuesday, right, what is the previous day? That would be Monday. So over here, you can see that we take out Monday's high on Tuesday, but here in NASDAQ, on that same Tuesday, we don't take out the Monday's high. So this is a very specific kind of SMT that you need to pay attention to, because it is the SMT that we are primarily watching, and it's how you're able to get trade signals and entries and whatever. Okay, let me go over that for the weekly time frame, or I should say the weekly SMT, which I use H4 for, right? Now, when I say weekly SMT, I'm talking about the previous week. Okay, so if I'm in the third week of the month, what would be the previous week? That would be the second week. Okay, so you just take your line and put it at the start of the week that you were in, and then you put it at the start of the previous week, and then you simply pay attention to the high and the low, and you simply wait to see where the highs get taken and where there is a failure to take out that high in another asset. That's how you're going to get your bias, right? Okay, and then once you have your bias, you now wait for your entry confirmation, which is now SMT between days. Okay, and it can actually go even lower than that, but we don't want to confuse anyone. But if you want, you can go into your own charts and research this for yourself. But then there's also SMTs between sessions. Okay, meaning, for example, if how do I say this? The market starts off in Asia session, then there's London session. After London session, there's New York session. And after New York session, there's the afternoon session. Memorize that if you don't know that, right? So if I'm in the New York session, what is going to be the previous session? That would be the London session, because London is right before New York. So when I'm talking about SMT, I'm talking about SMT between the previous session's high and low. Just as I said for here, the previous day's high and low, it's the same thing over and over. It's just now you're applying it on a sessionally basis. So if you're smart, you would rewatch this video and then take what I just told you right now and try to see it on a sessionally basis. And you might just see something that will surprise you. But that's something I just added there in case you're not a lazy person, because I'm not going to spoon feed you everything. You should go and try to do that and discover this thing, because if you discover it yourself, it's going to be more meaningful to you. Okay, so that's it for today's video. SMT between a previous time. Okay? It can be a previous session, it can be SMT, between a previous day, high or low, previous week's high or low. We can even go previous month high and low, but we're not going to go that high because that's more swing trading, longer term trading. We're just discussing trades that you can take for the day and maybe hold for 2 or 3 days. That's fine. We're not talking about holding your trade for weeks. Okay, so that's it for today's video. Have a wonderful day, and know that this information being shared is for educational purposes only, and you guys should do your own research when trading.